So we're going to start by taking off this top brace. It's not absolutely necessary to do that, but it just makes it really easy. You'll see why soon. Just undo the 4 bolts that are securing that in the centre. And that just lifts off. And you'll take the gear cover off. Just put it to one side. And then you're going to want to undo this the securing bolt at the back of the rear chassis brace, which is just 2.5mm Allen key. I've already undone that a little bit, so we should be able to just finish that off and drag it out. It's a lot easier to do this with this wheel off, but now I'm going to keep them on the bolt, put them off to one side with the rest of your bits, and at the front there's going to be 1 bolt to undo, 2mm. Just undo that, put that to one side. You're going to be reusing that, so you need to keep hold of that. Now, under the chassis you've got 2 bolts, and we're just going to click on these off. That's the first one. The second one is this bolt. Keep hold of them to one side. We're not actually going to be reusing them. That front brace you slide forward and then back out. So we're not going to be reusing that. So I'll put this off to one side. The reason being, they give you 2 new bolts with nuts. So put this back under here. So start with the front brace, and with the front brace you can see it's notched just like the original is. And what we'll do is we'll slide it back and then forwards, and try and line up that bolt hole at the front. Now if you keep your finger pressed against the back of it, it keeps that in place quite nicely, so you don't have to fiddle around too much. Now we want to get that bolt that we had before and just put that back in. Just position that bolt hole in place. And just loosely put that in. Just want to give it a couple of threads worth so it doesn't fall out. You really should use thread locker on that because it's metal, but this is going to be disassembled again quite shortly, so for the time being we won't bother. One bolt up through the bottom of the chassis where you took the original bolt out. And the reason you keep that front one loose so you can move this from left to right and wiggle it around a bit. you go. Hold that bolt from the bottom, and you've got an 8mm nut, which is included in the CRCU kit. Just tilt that on its side, pop that over the top, just give it a couple of turns just to nip it on. And just from the underside, just nip up the Allen bolt. It's nipped up nice and tight. To finish that, you just want to nip this top one up. Right. Now the rear one, we're going to be reusing these two. You can upgrade these to aluminium, but I don't really see the need. And with this rear one, it's not quite as important to which end you put in first. That's why you should do it sideways. Just push the bottom of the bolt up from the bottom, just to get the first couple of threads started. And that's nipped up. Just replace the two rear spools. Just re-knit that back up. Take off this back wheels to make it look easier. You just want to be nipping this right up. Just going through plastic anyway, so it shouldn't be too hard. That's it. That's the two braces done up. You just reattach your wheel. You're done.